Hey, what's up guys? It's Forest Man here. Time for another Alliance War attack video. On this video, I'm actually going to show you two attacks. They'll be both of my Alliance War attacks. As you can see, we just finished this war against Guardian Oscura. It's a 30 versus 30 person war. They were a much stronger alliance than us, but we still pulled out the win. Pretty substantial win. I think at one point they finally realized that they couldn't win, so they just stopped attacking. So they had several unused attacks there. But I talk about a couple of quick things. I know it's kind of been the month of the glitches. So my Dragonfire attacks have gone out the window. What I've been doing instead is just using bots instead of Dragonfires. The rest of my attack is the same. It actually works out pretty well, since instead of using 18 Dragonfires, that comes out to a nice and even 15 Siege bots. And then for support, I use 8 more Siege bots. Something else that I'm doing, and I think I mentioned this on the last Alliance War attack video that I did, I've started using the Minesweeper round a lot. And I think in the last few battles or wars that I've had some close calls because, you know, heroes or my units are getting killed by the anti-tank mines. And honestly, those mines can be the difference between a 3-star attack and a loss. So if you're using any ground troops at all, which should be pretty much everybody, if you're not using the Minesweeper round, you're really hurting yourself because, again, you can drop at the wrong spot and your battle can be over before you know it. So in the two replays that I'm going to show you, you're going to see me use them at least 2 to 3 times in each battle, and the points where the mines are usually on a good base. You can kind of guess where they're at. So this first guy that we're going to take a look at is a completely maxed Command Center level 11. And he's actually got a pretty solid base. I like his layout. You can kind of look at this base and guess, you know, there's probably going to be some mines over here to the left of this hangar. There's probably going to be some mines over here by this howitzer in the little gap in the wall. There's probably going to be some mines in the gap next to this Guardian turret. So when it's obvious like that, I mean, you'd really be dumb not to use the Minesweeper round, because obviously your ground troops are going to go through those places. And if you don't send the mine ahead of them, then you're just letting your troops die, possibly letting your heroes die in the meantime. I'm not going to walk you through the entire strategy, but again, I'll just tell you the basics of it, like all of my strategies are. You want to start off with the AGRs first to take the damage from this hangar and the turrets around it, followed immediately by your ASAMs and the AGR and the Goliaths, because those can take out the units coming out of the hangar very quickly. Of course, Communications Center, since that's closest to my ground targets, I want to be sure to get some damage on that early, and the hangar up here and some Minesweeper rounds in the mix. So again, I'm not going to walk you through the entire attack because it was actually a pretty complicated attack. Using the Minesweeper rounds in between skills, it's good to always start with one right off the bat. But anyways, we'll just go ahead and play my replay here. All right, I'm going to start on the bottom left corner down at the bottom part of your screen, so keep an eye down there. And again, when you're using this method, be sure to get all your ground troops out as quickly as possible. And there goes my first Minesweeper round. And again, you're going to see me use that a few times. There's my second one. And that's the gap next to the howitzer. Lightning strike to the hangar. And then gunship to the comm center. So really, I mean, with the mines out of the way like this, obviously you want to use a couple of Minesweeper rounds as soon as you drop your ground units. That's after your care package. That should be the first thing you do. You would be amazed at what a difference it makes when your ground troops don't hit mines, because they can go so much farther and It's crazy. It really is. And just using those extra few seconds to send out those Minesweeper rounds, again, I cannot stress enough how important that is. My Minesweeper with soap is actually level 12, so of course, you know, using that is good for me. As you can see on the top of the screen, I used a couple of EMP artillery with Ghost. That's really key on the siege bots because you can't use care packages because they walk too fast. Really, your only way to effectively use siege bots is to use the the EMP artillery right before they get dropped because they don't have a very high HP. So at this point, this attack is pretty much over. So 45 seconds left on that one. And again, this was a max command center level 11 on a very strong alliance, solid base. I've been using siege bots, I guess, the last 3 wars, and each war it's gotten a little bit better. My attacks have gotten a little bit smoother. So again, siege bots are great with my strategy. The only difference is instead of going after the SAM turrets, you're going after the lasers and the howitzers instead with the EMP artillery. So we'll go ahead and take a look at my second attack here. This is on another max command center level 11 base. And again, you can probably guess by looking at this map where some of the mine places are at. So whenever you see me first start off, one of the first things I do is the care package and then the Minesweeper round. And I had to get it off early this time because obviously there's a gap in that wall right there next to the hangar that there's probably going to be some mines in. And there it goes. I didn't catch as many as I expected to with that, but I got a couple of them. And also, and I forgot to mention this, I'm going to pause this for 1 second. You may not have caught it, but when I first dropped Ghost up at the top, instead of sending my launcher to the comm center, I sent the launcher to the bunker at the top instead to weaken the bunker up. Because the bunker is going to be a threat to my ground units before the comm center is. And really, whenever you're doing these attacks, especially from the ground, instead of always being rigid in what you're doing and going after the same things in the same order, you really want to look at what your most immediate threat is and take that out first. So I knew by sending my launcher to this bunker and then a lightning strike to the hangar on the bottom, when I use the gunship, I'd shoot the gunship right between the bunker and the comm center, and I can take out that bunker pretty quickly. So that's what you're about to see. Again, bunker first in this situation because that will kill my ground units before the comm center will. And that big cannon got damage on both the bunker and the communication center. So whenever you're using the gunship, and I know I've mentioned this before, the big cannon on that's got a very large range. So using it in between the comm center and whatever other weapons you want to destroy is really a good idea. Alright, now I'm going to do another Minesweeper down towards the bottom. And I'm going to let my bots go.
Football season is in full swing, and that means one thing. Bedlam is coming. The annual clash between Oklahoma
and with the bots, whenever you're letting those guys out, you want to be sure to... I'm going to do one more Minesweeper ahead of where those guys are going, and there you go. Look out. Took out one more anti-tank mine. So with the bots, you don't want to let them all out at the same place, obviously, because they're so vulnerable to things like the SAM turret or, I mean, just like the Dragon Fires, mines, whatever else. Spread them out because they move quick and they can do damage, and the further spread out they are, the more effective they are because they don't take so much damage as quickly as they would if you put them all in the same spot. And there you go, 56 seconds left on my second attack of this war, another max command center level 11 base. That'll be it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll try to do some more Alliance War attack videos and some more live attacks like I have in the past. Hopefully the next war we can start doing that again. My next video is going to be a survival mode video, so if you're interested on how to get further in survival, then stay tuned because that's coming up later this week. Catch you on the next one, guys.